Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in the Quran Summaries by Maulana Sayyid Abul Maududi Rah'ma'tul'laah in his wonderful book, the Tafhim al-Quran, the meaning of the Quran. And today we are busy looking at chapter number 100, Surah Adiyat, those that run right. This surah has been so entitled after the word Adiyat with which it opens. The period of revelation, whether it is Mecca or Madani, is disputed. Hazrat Abdullah ibn Masud, Jabir, Hassan Basri, Ikrama and others say that it is Makki, whereas Hazrat Anas bin Malik radiallahu anhu and Qatada say that it is Madani, and from Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu two views have been reported, right? But the style clearly indicates that it is revealed in the earlier stages of Makkah based on the theme of the chapter. Right, let's look at the theme and the subject matter. Quite a short summary, let's get through it. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Its object is to make the people realize how evil human beings become, whether man or woman, when he denies the hereafter. When a person denies the hereafter, then they start becoming heedless, they can commit evil, they think they can get away with it. You'll find some women want to kill their husbands, they kill them and hide them in the fridge, and some men do the same thing and they think that no one can catch them or no one knows about it, right? Or they become heedless of it, and also to warn them, or whether it's killing of people or rape or murder or crime or breaking into homes and all of that, all types of evil and criminal activity, right? So the object is to make people realize that evil becomes prevalent when human beings deny the hereafter, or they become heedless of the hereafter, and also to warn them that in the hereafter all the deeds, whether open or secret, will all be made available and apparent to everybody. Even the secrets in the hearts will be subjected to scrutiny. For this purpose, the general chaos and confusion prevailing in Arabia, with which the whole country was in turmoil, has been presented as an argument in support of this view, because they knew that people in Mecca were faced with bloodshed, looting, plundering raged on every side. Tribes were subjecting tribes to raids, and the men were being killed, women being hijacked and kidnapped to take as sexual slaves, which we see even in modern society. Rape is used as a weapon of war, and one nation is invading another nation, whether by colonialism or imperialism. We find the same type of horrors happening today, if not worse, compared to what happened in the earlier societies as well. Businesses are cheating other businesses, they're cheating the customers, people are promising to do things, they don't do that, and so on. And no one could have peaceful sleep at night from fear that some enemy tribe might raid his settlement in the morning. So every Arab was fully conscious of the state of affairs and turmoil in society. There was no government, and even if there is government, like in many places where there's government, but there's no peace in society, and crime still continues, because sometimes government themselves are filled with criminals as well, right? And people realized that it was wrong. So although the plunderers bemoaned his miserable, helpless state, the victims, were very, very helpless, and the criminals rejoiced. It was a time where the criminals were the kings, and the victims, they actually locked themselves in the houses. So the criminals were not in jails, the people were in jails. Yet when the criminal himself became a victim, then the criminal himself realized how serious the situation was when people start robbing the criminals. That is when the criminals say, hey, the things are getting out of hand. We thought we were the kings, now the people are even attacking us as criminals. Now people realize that the whole society was now upside down, right? Referring to this very state of affairs, it has been said, unaware of the second life after death and his accountability before God most merciful, the Creator Supreme, mankind, or human beings or people, have become ungrateful to the Lord and Sustainer of the universe, their Creator. He is using the powers and abilities given by God for perpetrating tyranny, pillage and crime instead of for good. Why? Because he has been blinded by the love of worldly wealth, by greed, by consumerism and materialism, and if he doesn't have money, he's going to steal money, and he tries to obtain it by every means whatsoever, no matter how impure and filthy or cruel the means may be. And his own state itself testifies that by abusing the powers bestowed by his Lord, such a person is being ungrateful to his Creator. He would never have behaved so. Such a person would never have done this had he known the time when he was doing the crime, that when he was, one day he'll be put in the grave, and that one day he will be brought back to life again, and one day all his crimes will be shown on huge plasma screens for the whole world to see. And on such day these criminals will be in shame when their own mothers will tell them, how can you do that? Their own family was saying, is this what you did? And their own people were saying, but we voted you into power, is this what you are doing? That is a day of shame and humiliation for all of these criminals, when the intention and motives with which these criminals done all sorts of deeds in the world will be exposed. All their secret meetings will be exposed. All the crimes and mischief will be exposed and will be brought out before everyone to see. It's like as if you're flying in Emirates Airlines and every person will have their own TV in front of them. Every person will be given a laptop or a palm top on the Day of Judgment and say, wow, did he actually do this? He actually did this? People will be in a shock, and those people, the high and mighty ones, the wealthy ones who thought nobody can touch them, we are the multinational business leaders, or we are the giant pharmaceutical companies and no one can touch us, or we are the world superpowers, we can do what we want to. On that day, it'll be the day of shame and humiliation, and the high and mighty will be brought down to their knees. At that time, the Lord and Sustainer of mankind shall be well informed of what a person had done, and on that day punishment will be given out to those criminals who deserve it, and reward will be given out to those who earn their reward. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.